of the man. Once again, return of the man. Watch my flow, you know that I'll be back. Here I am, return of the man.
Watch me juice myself out of this.
So you saw us do the monthly food shop. I've done the market shop. So this is meat. See all the spinach here. There's 9 bunches of spinach here. That needs to be washed thoroughly. This is £5 worth of atarodo. Remember last time I said look how small the bag was? Look at this. Look at this. This is, yeah, and it's spicy. Great. Got some tomatoes here. Quite a few tomatoes. Got the red bells here. I think there's 9 in there. Then this is £15 worth of okra. So I'm about to cut this up. It's gonna be a long night for me, boy.
And each one of them, whether they go singly or whether they go double file 2 by 2.
Hello my beauts, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary if you're new around here. I'm a lifestyle content creator originally from London, living in Kent. Welcome! If you're new or you've pre this channel before and you're yet to subscribe, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and press the notification bell twice so you don't miss when I drop my weekly videos. I know I've been keeping you guys hanging and that is so unlike me. At the moment, it's quite difficult for me to incorporate editing into my routine because I'm in London quite a lot and my editing software is in Kent. I wish I could carry it and do what I need to do during my spare time in London, but I've been there and I've done that and it was a hard task, so I'm not trying to kill myself. I do love and miss you guys, so I'm really trying to put as much effort in as I can to get the videos edited before having to go to London for work. So excuse the style of editing and things, I'm just trying to be consistent. Anyway, in today's video, I wanted to show you a continuation of what I showed you in my last vlog, and that's simply because in my last vlog, I didn't show you everything. On market days, what I tend to do is go to London, do my market shopping, come back to Kent and prep as much as I can. The reason I do that is because my husband sometimes likes to cook when he comes back from work, and I assume he's already tired because I know when I've done a full day shopping and I'm coming back, I'm tired. So I try to prep so that if he does want to cook, it's easier for him to cook on that night. But obviously, as we say in Nigeria, body no be firewood. I'm not a machine, so whatever I can't get done on the first night, I will continue over the course of the next 2 days, and that's exactly what you're going to see in this video.
2 hours later, it's all cut up. Well done me. So far so, these are clean. This is the one that's being washed. Some being clean here. Obviously, all the rubbish in the food bin. Some that's already been washed. Still got to wash the tomatoes. This bowl is what Eric is using to make stew, so to clean this one and blend it before he comes back from work. But we're making progress. Big mess, but progress.
100%, you surely can. Yeah. And so I think what really stood out to me was how comprehensive her life was.
How comprehensive?
Yeah.
That's the word we're going with.
Yeah, that's the word we're going with. Yeah.
What were you auditing?
1,000%.
What did you see? Tell me what you saw.
Well, the one thing that I'm looking for is depth, because the pool tends to be shallow, unfortunately. You know,
I don't see you going on trips, things that you find of importance. I may see a little puppy in one picture. That's the heartbeat of your life. Yeah. I need to be able to look at your social media page and see what interests you.
Yeah. That's what you're going to find. With the word, you know, it's like, okay, that's dope. And then the next slide, you see her doing something cutesy, you know, trying little stuff on and being a girl.
Yeah.
Being different, what's the word I'm looking for? Components, you know what I'm saying? That's multifaceted. And I think that was really attractive to me. What it did was it piqued my interest to say, part of a man that trusted in his life, you know? it's like trust is really important. A lot of times people associate trust with the woman. Just 1,000%.
her.
And to know that she stiff-armed me when she thought maybe I was married, no more. So,
We would hit little things. Sometimes, like, we had to learn each other. Like, okay, I was accustomed to a certain thing where, okay, situations arise, and I don't want to talk. I just want to kind of, withdraw. And he was like, I want to talk. Which I used to be that person where I can talk in a moment. But so we hit some bumps, and I had to, I may have gotten a little snappy with him, and he had to check me and doing the work.
yeah.
By the way, that would be a good song.
I was just doing the work.
I'm trying to discern that right now. When you say this to me, are you saying this about me because you're saying I have a fault in my life? Or are you saying that you believe in me to overcome whatever this is?
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful.
I love the personality.
You like that spiciness?
Yeah. For me, what it comes down to for me, and I don't know if I'm, and there's
My God.
moments when they intersect and moments when they don't. Man or woman sharpens another. And so, for me, it's fun. It's the adventure. And I think it's what mattered most.
And how does he respond?
And humility. And it's not to say that there wasn't a rub, but that's not the same as lacking humility either. It's where we landed. That where you land is what determines the degree to which.
Never felt that.
I never had any fear for him. It was always fear for myself.
Yeah.
That I didn't want to make a mistake.
Yeah.
I didn't want to repeat a cycle. So because I was fearful in that, I even pressed harder in therapy.
Really? You
Yeah.
press harder in therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though, we clown and we play, sometimes you get beside yourself and you'll talk to your spouse as if they're your peer. And at the end of the day, that's not my friend, that's not my peer, that's my husband. You know what I'm saying? And so it was a couple times where it had happened. And, and Emmanuel never disrespects me, never gets out the way. And if he does, I'm like, okay, my baby. I come at, and he'll be like, Mommy, you're right, I'm sorry. But it was times where I got out the way and I was get beside myself. And I had to check that, and go to my therapist and be like, just straight up, okay, what do I need to do? What are some precautions or things that I can implement? Because I don't want this man to ever feel like I don't honor him and I don't respect him.
Because I almost feel like these are conversations that we don't have out loud. Because, I don't know how many women come on this show and say stuff like this, but yeah, I have trouble with the law,
Right.
It's like, but the courage that it takes to talk about this type of deficiency, because you run the risk of judgment around it.
Yep.
But if she's incriminated for this, it's because they're missing the point.
But they actually won't. Because my platform loves that.
Okay, good. Yeah.
You choose to.
The beauty of it is, this is the journey. I don't know if you're familiar with this or not, but there is a theological framework called that or notion that it's called sinless perfection. It's called sinless perfection, where there are literally a group of people out there that believe that once you become a saint, that you are eligible and qualified to never sin again. Speaks to it also creates a vision for, okay, but what do I do with this now? I can't stay here, until I take measurable steps you see what I'm saying? So press towards the mark of the prize of the high call of Christ and being conformed to the image of all those things. So I salute you for even being,
Respect your and so my thing to you is that how important is honor and respect?
Yeah, I think it's, highly important as it is for every man. And I think what it does is the more that, this is the way it works, and the more a man, in the same way that the more a woman is loved, you're going to get the best version of her.
Right.
It's the same. The more that I feel honored and respected, the more she gets the best version of me.
Yeah.
Because it emboldens me, it empowers me. It's every man's love language.
To see y'all up there just laughing, it's like we wasn't even there.
That's good.
So they got to see us. It was just so beautiful. Beautiful. I don't understand how.
The social media man to say we got to get this content done today and we need to be at the location I was trying to do it. And so
what were you saying?
So he was like, yeah, I've been talking, and we gotta get this, we gotta stay consistent, we gotta put stuff out if you want. I said, you know what? You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We do have to be consistent. We do gotta get the content out, just not today.
Not today.
Wow.
Going ahead and doing it, because we were still in that conversation stage of it, and while we were kind of on the bridge, I said to her, I said, well, I want us to get married, except I'm not gonna remember verbatim. I know she will though. I said, except I can't do it without your permission. And she's like, what do you mean you have my permission? And I was like, well, I mean, I need your permission. She's like, what are you talking about? You have my permission.
After that night, it really kind of like, not that night, but like a few days, it really kind of like said it. Even now, we still do stuff where it's like you really my husband. You really came. You really came up in this joint.
You really upset my whole life.
I mean, you did that. My God.
Because you was really serious about not getting married.
I was not, Like I had been set up in my mind. I remember, it was just like, okay, I ain't gotta really answer to nobody. I just, I just enjoyed that. I had created my own little haven. So he came in and he changed my thinking. He really did. Like he made me rethink a whole lot of things because see other people's relationships via social media, just different things, you know, movies, whatever it may be. And I got to a point where I just thought that those things are not possible for me. You know, I keep failing at relationships, you know, and they're just not working out. It just won't be me. I won't be happy. I won't find that. Yeah. And then God, you know, just decided to send this person into my life.
So, left this bubbling away. So when my husband comes back, he's going to finish off. I've done all I can do for today. The meat needs to be cooked. But everything is clean. Well, he might use some of this again. So I want him to like... I'm not going to wash this. There's still remnants. So I've left that. But everything is clean. I'm ready to be used. And yeah. Teamwork. So I did the shopping. Did the prep. Now it's for my husband to do the cooking. I'm tired. So catch you guys later. This is how far we've got now. 2 hours later. And who's back?
Mr. Chef.
I can't even say the word chef. Chef. Who's
Mr.
the chef?
Chef.
He's about to cook the meat. I changed the battery before I gave it to you. The phone that was dying after 20 minutes. There's no way you'd be using it. Well, I'm going to bed, guys. I'm tired. It's now day 3 on this journey. I believe it's day 3. I think I showed you the okra. I'm not sure. Now it's steaming up. Okay, so Eric has made the black soup. He's also made stew. And we have okra. So like I said, my man cooks big, as you can see. It's a big sizes. So we've got the containers ready. Let's see, containers are ready. I'm gonna wash some more, but yeah, they're ready. We're good to go in this house. Thanks, babe. Okay, I'll see you.
Turn up the match, my flow. You know that